So let's get back to your game real quick for a second. I was just curious, what fighters that you represented are going to be in the game that are actually like by name?
By name, you're going to have a lot of them. You're going to have the Galatas. You're going to have different guys that bring back and resurrect guys that no one else would give a chance. I am the guy who gives another opportunity in the land of opportunity to bring in guys that you would not see ordinarily and get in the game, and when they lose, you think they're through to be incinerated. I'm bringing them back, and they become champions. You're going to have guys in that game, and we'll go down a list of them when I get back, because I'm just coming up on one TV program to know how many fighters I do have in there, but you will have a collective group of guys that are living reality. Some of them are still alive, and that's what makes it so wonderful.
That's awesome. Who's the best fighter that you ever represented?
That is, you know, the one that I represented is Muhammad Ali, as you know, is an icon, but he was out there before I even started. I came in and brought him back in the second part of his career, but he was a legend in his own time. I coined the phrase for him. Every knee must bend, every head must bow, every tongue must confess thou art the greatest of all times, Muhammad Ali. Larry Holmes is one of the great champions of our time. I had him from the beginning to the end, from all of his fights, and taking him from his pro debut and as a pro, and going all the way through to the last evening of his career, and a couple of fights that he may have fought for someone else. This guy has been a terrific fighter, highly underestimated, but a fantastic champion. You know, he was 48-0. He was the closest one I've seen to come to tying or breaking Rocky Marciano's, the inimitable guy from Brockton, Massachusetts. Brockton, Massachusetts, and 49-0 as he retired and never came back. So I've had all the different fighters, from George Foreman, who signed 7 blank sheets of paper to be able to let me make a contract that come out with the Rumble in the Jungle with him and Muhammad Ali. These are stories that are untold stories that are the reality of the day. So it's going to be a great thing there. And then as this game comes out, I will make appearances and be able to talk about the history of these things for some of the anonymous names that we have to use, because guys that had contracts with others, but I can tell the story about the making of that fight and behind the scenes and up close and personal and the family affair of what's going on.
So, Don, you're pretty much the greatest promoter in history, and we were wondering, our podcast is called The 3 Red Lights. We were wondering if you could maybe promote us, give us like a promotional shout-out.
And what give me the background of what you're doing and what you're saying.
Sure thing. We just talk about games, and mostly we speak very eloquently to our readers. We're known for being the most eloquent podcast about video games out there. And so it's called 3 Red Lights.
That's 3 Red Lights on IGN, or what is it?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, 3 Red Lights on IGN. Okay, let me tell you what we're doing. Okay, here we go. From history, one always learns from where he comes to know what direction that he wants to go. And when you have the 3 red lights, the red lights of life, from the embryonic stage to the middle age to the old aged. And when you want a game that you know that's got to be played, that's going to give you yesterday, today, and tomorrow, you must go with the 3 red lights of IGN. There is no other way than the way that's going to be a directive to take you out of the ditches and put you back into the game on the road again. Whatever you slip and fall, you got to find a resolvement. Solving the problem is much more important than letting it linger. And preventing is much better than having the problem. So when you go to IGN, the 3 red lights can stop you. Prevention is better than cure. A red light that will say stop when you own the money, you don't fix it if it ain't broke. And then a 3rd red light is say you're made to grade. So from here on in is a freeway. It's an Autobahn, so to speak. Do it at your own leisure and at your own speed, because we are the 3 red lights of life, and you have passed the test.
Oh, that was amazing. Great. Thank you so much. Don, thanks very much, and we'll be watching DonKingTV.com.
All right, man, and let everybody know, because we want all the bloggers, all the gamers, And what you must realize, while you are the best in the game, and you got to understand, in India and China, all of these people there, they are much more computer literate and advanced than we are. And so our kids has got to be prepared. We must make them educate, and re-educate themselves so that they will be able to deal with the complexities of the multipolar world society that we live in. And we have to be prepared. So I think it's so important that when you guys making these games, give them the impetus and give them that spur, you know what I mean, and that stimulant to educate, and re-educate for upward mobility and elevation of our people. But the mind game, and that's what I like you guys, because the red lights of life makes the mind game something orgasmic delightful. You know what I mean? So you got it all right there in that magic ball. Say, think, play. Use your exercise your brain so that you can be able to win the game. Exercise your brain so you can win the game.
That's
awesome.
what I'm talking about.
Thanks so much, Mr. King.
Okay, God bless you guys. Love you, man. And let's tell everybody about it. Say, all the brothers, help me to help America be better.
We will. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. That was fantastic. That was awesome. I cannot. Oh, Lord. That was the greatest. That was the greatest interview. Oh, my God.
Did he promote us for like 20 minutes?
It was the longest promotion ever.
Holy shit.
Oh, that was great.
That was the greatest thing of all time. Oh, my God.
Save this.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like
fantastic.
stars. I felt like I needed to go fight a match.